Hey, folks, welcome to InTheMoneyStocks.com's live trading action video. My name is Gareth Soloway. Today's date is Wednesday, December 3rd, 2014. What we're looking at today is the Russian ETF for their stock market. And again, you can see it's actually having a decent day, up 2.29%. But what you've seen here recently is it's starting to decline. Now, you might say, well, why is it starting to decline? Well, basically, the Russian markets are very much leveraged towards the price of oil. So if oil starts to decline or rise, you're going to see the Russian market do the same. So if we take a look here, and I just want to show you this comparison because I think it really paints a nice picture. Notice how oil was really focusing and trading higher throughout the course of the day, and then really over the last 30 minutes or so, we started to see a decline in oil. And you're looking at the USO right now, which is ultimately oil's price and price action. So oil price declining has now taken a little bit of a bite out of the RSX, which is now starting to come in just a little bit. Now the key is, and I want to stress this, folks, I want to go into a little bit about what's going on with Russia. Russia, I think, is an underestimated issue in the entire global picture. All right, especially in the U.S. markets, which continue to hover around all-time highs. Now, what you have to understand is Vladimir Putin and who he is. So he's former KGB, a lot of issues out there. He's not a guy that backs down from confrontation. He's just not. I mean, he could be painted in the corner, the worst possible situation, and he would rather fight than back down and give in to sanctions and say, okay, we'll give Crimea back and we'll withdraw any help from the Ukraine separatists. So that's my biggest concern there. And what you have is a guy with oil price dropping who is going to be under a lot of pressure. Now, he's still very popular in Russia, so he's under a lot of pressure to do something to try to get oil price back up. What could he do? Well, if he started up another conflict, that would push oil prices in the short term higher. There are multiple things he can do, and what I've heard here is more rumblings about Moldova now as being on his radar. Moldova just announced that I think a ruling party that won was very pro-Europe, right? So ultimately now there's talk that that might be his next target because he's not happy about a bordering country of Russia now going more pro-Europe and so forth, very much like Crimea situation as well. So there's a lot of issues here that do deserve watchful eyes on the markets. And again, you can follow the Russian situation and how the Russian stock market is doing by following the RSX. And again, the RSX is the Russian ETF. It tracks the Russia stock market. And again, just notice how it kind of is influenced by oil. If I go to the daily chart on this ETF, look at this. I mean, look at the fall this market has taken. But again, notice the bounce today as oil has come off of its lows. Now, granted, it's fallen back down. But again, oil stabilizing a little bit here, and we are seeing the ruble bouncing a little bit and oil price bouncing. But remember, one of the major underestimated aspects of the stock market that the stock market is underestimating right now is this Russian situation. And it should be something that every investor out there does keep a close eye on. Doesn't necessarily warrant action at this stage, but it could very soon in the shortcomings here of the market. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care. Come join us here at InTheMoneyStocks.com. Take the 7-day free trial to get swing trade alerts. Find out what my partner and I are buying and selling each and every day via text and email alerts. And again, take the 7-day free trial to the Research Center. Take care, folks.